Welcome back to the SSL Family Dad channel. Today is the day that we finally are having our chimneys cleaned at the new house. So we have what we thought was 4 fireplaces here, actually 5, one of them's gas, 4 wood fireplaces, and we're having them inspected, having everything looked at so that we can figure out, before we burn in them. From here on out, I'll be able to clean them myself, but I wanted to have a professional out to make sure that they were safe, make sure everything was good, and just take a look at everything. So we're having them take care of that right now, and then hopefully we can get some fires going tonight. Well, they just left and checked out all the fireplaces and cleaned one of them. They said only one needed to be cleaned. So there are actually 3 total chimneys here, and we got some bad news when they were here. Something that I kind of suspected when I looked at this actually about a week and a half ago, but something that I didn't know before we bought this house. I was a little disappointed about this. I'll show you guys what we found. But the good news is that all the chimneys are good. They're all in good health, and all the fireplaces are ready to be used. And so now I'll clean them by on my own. I have my own chimney cleaning kit or whatever. So I'll take care of cleaning these chimneys now from now on. Now that I had them looked at by a pro, and I know everything's good to go, I feel confident with that. So, but let me show you what we have. I'll show you I'll show you all the fireplaces, and then I'll show you the bad news that we found today. So this is the downstairs, the lowermost fireplace. And this is a big one. It's a quadra fire, I think it's called. So this is the lowermost fireplace. It's an insert, and I'll show you a little bit more on the other side of this. But this is a beast. It's got a big burn box in it. It's real deep, but it's got some repair that will be needed. And so I'll take care of getting some new fire bricks in here and replacing some cracked ones and some missing ones. There's one on the side here that's missing. But this is going to be a great way for us to actually heat the home. This thing will put out a lot of heat. It also does have a missing tube there, one of those reburn tubes. Air forces air in through those little holes at the top there and those bars, those tubes. There's another one right up there. There's one missing. It goes right in that hole. So we'll have to get that replaced. I don't think that'll cause too much issue with us getting it started here and running it a few times, but we'll get that stuff fixed up as soon as possible. So this fireplace is certainly going to be one that we will use a lot. But around the back side of it here, we have this, what they call the great room. This is a big windowed room here. And there's a nice fireplace. And we bought the house, we looked at it, I thought, wow, it's so cool to come in and have like Christmas morning out here and have little fires. And this is going to be such a nice little fireplace it has on the back side here. But what I didn't know was that on this side is actually, this used to be a big through fireplace. It was one fireplace this is the back of that wood burner that we were just looking at, the back of that insert. And so this used to be open through here. You have a fire in the middle, and so it was only one chimney. I thought this was 2 separate fireplaces, and it was advertised as 2 separate fireplaces, but it really is only one. And now that they put the insert in there, this side can't be used because there's no chimney access anymore, because this one actually hooks up to the chimney. So unfortunately, we'll have to put some kind of decorative fireplace or something in here. We'll play around with some options for that. It is such a beautiful fireplace with the slate hearth and everything there too. So it's a little bit disappointing, but we still have other fireplaces. So if you had to pick, what is the coldest room in our house, do you think? One of the coldest rooms.
The atrium.
Yep. What else?
The kitchen.
Kitchen. So we have a solution for that.
Yeah.
So this fireplace is actually in the kitchen. This is a larger room of the home with the dining room attached and everything, the kitchen all together. And this room it gets fairly cold. I think a lot of the heat escapes out the sides here and out. There's a lot of big windows around the corner. And so we have this fireplace in here. We have not run it yet because we've been waiting to get the chimneys inspected and cleaned, and now we are ready to go. So we're gonna get a fire going in this. So I don't know the model of this, but I do think we have a manual for this somewhere around here. And so I will be able to get replacement parts for this. But this one looks like it's in better shape. It's a much smaller stove. And it looks like all of the reburn tubes, the efficiency tubes there at the top, are in better condition, the fire brick and everything. So we're gonna get a fire going in this. It looks like it's pretty simple operation. This is the, there's only one air intake on this, and it's got a low setting and a high setting. So this is all the way open here, and then this is turned down. And so we'll be able to get this going. It also has a blower that is a variable speed blower here that we can use to get a little extra heat out of this place. So let's get a fire going in here and see how this thing works. Is it like or whatever? Okay, this could be an epic disaster if there's no draft, so just so you guys know. Let's make sure that it's drafting first. Since I've never used this before, I don't know how well it's gonna draft, so. Okay, that's good. It's pulling it in well. That's how you start a fire, folks. Why is there smoke coming out of the bottom? There was smoke coming out of here. It's kind of odd, isn't it?
Doesn't sound good.
This could be a complete disaster. Something could be wrong with this thing, and who knows what'll happen. I'm sure it's fine. It says in the manual to leave the door open until you get a bed of coals. Well, I gotta say, the draft on this thing is way better than our other wood stove. Wow.
What do we do with these hash browns? Stir?
So, what do you think of the fireplace in the kitchen, just for you?
It's amazing. It's the best thing in the whole world.
Is it hot in here?
It makes every other place in the house cold. I don't want to leave because
It's probably 75 in here, yeah.
Yeah, and it's warm in the rest of the house, but not as warm as here.
It's cool. So this fireplace does actually work really well, and it's very simple. It just has the one air intake control. So right now it's on the highest setting. You can turn it down, obviously, and then it just has the knob here for the blower control. And this does the blow. I thought it didn't work at first. It comes on after the temperature of the stove heats up to a certain temperature. I don't know what it is, and then the blower will come on. So, but I'm really liking these. I think they're called reburn tubes or something like that. They high efficiency stoves have these. Our old wood stove did not have them, but all those tubes across the top of the fireplace, they inject air, and it helps to burn every little bit of the fuel or the gases off the log. So you get a much more efficient burn. You get a lot more heat out of the wood stove or out of your wood. And I have barely put any wood in this thing over the last few hours, and it has just been burning and burning and burning. So much more efficient than the Bunbaker XL we used to have. And man, this thing kicks out some heat. One of the big reasons why we fell in love with this house, and one of the big reasons why we moved to this house, was because of all of the sustainable living way that this whole home was designed. And I'm going to go into a lot more of that in future videos. There's a lot more to show you here, but one of the big things was that there was a lot of wood burning stoves in this house, and that is just essential for heating a home sustainably. You have to be able, we live in the woods here. We've got a lot of resources, a lot of trees that are down, a lot of oaks, a lot of hardwoods, a lot of good wood around here to burn, and we can use these very efficient wood stove inserts, this one and the one downstairs, to basically heat almost the entire house. Now we're still going to have to run furnaces in some of the bedrooms, to heat some of the bedrooms and some of the further away areas of the house. This isn't going to circulate, you know, around the entire home. And there's lots of ways to get this heat from these wood burning inserts or a standalone wood stoves circulating around your home. And I'll go into more of that in a later video on how some of the tricks and some of the things that we've done. But one of the things you can do is just run the blower on your furnace. Just let that blower run at a low speed or medium speed, and it will help to circulate air from hotter rooms to cooler rooms. This room and this kitchen here with this wood stove in it, it's gonna stay pretty cozy in here, but we wanna get some of that heat out to the other rooms as well, and so we'll play around with how to do that with ceiling fans and other things. But I'm real happy with these stoves. Even though we got bad news about one of our fireplaces not really being usable, we thought we had a nice little authentic fireplace there in that living room area, and we can't use that. But I think that the heat is what's most important, and that's probably why they install these wood burning inserts, is because these are a great way, an efficient way to really pump out a lot of heat into a room. Just having an open fireplace, you know, just having a regular traditional fireplace, you lose so much heat up the chimney. It'll heat up the brick, it'll heat up the hearth and the mantle area and around the fireplace. It'll heat that up, it'll spread some of that heat into the room. But these cast iron inserts, it holds a lot of the heat here, and then this circulates air, you know, back and around all that hot iron and blows it out into the room, and so you get just tons of heat off this thing. So we're very happy with that, and it makes up for the lack of that one extra fireplace, I think. So look for lots more wood burning stuff coming up on the SSL Family Dad channel. Lots of wood cutting stuff this winter. We're going to be getting back into processing wood. We've got a whole new operation here to set up and show you guys. And we're going to be burning a lot of wood. We want to heat this house as much as possible. Propane's expensive. So we'll see what we can do, and we'll take you guys along for all of it. Don't forget to hit thumbs up on today's video and all of our videos, of course. And if this is your first time to the SSL Family Dad channel, we'd love to have you subscribe and tag along. Lots of fun stuff coming up. We're just starting a new journey here on our new woodland homestead. Very different from our last two homesteads. And so we'd love to have you guys tag along for all the new adventures. And as always, guys, thanks for watching. Have a good one.